Our second speaker happens to also be a brand new member to the club. He's also been with us for maybe about 2-3 months or so. Ming is a self-professed former video game addict who decided that in order for him to enjoy this luxury life that is afforded in the U.S., he had to give up the video game and pursue a degree in engineering, which he has done. And he currently puts the T's toward that luxury life at Schlumberger, so as far as I remember from your icebreaker, yeah? So today, he will be giving his speech from the Competent Communicator Manual as well. He will be giving project number 3, which is Get to the Point. And the objectives of this speech are, he is to select a speech topic and determine its general and specific purposes. He is to organize that speech in a manner that best achieves those purposes. He is to ensure the beginning, the body, and the conclusion reinforces the purposes. He is to project sincerity and conviction and control any nervousness he may feel during the speech. And he is to strive to not use notes. Mr. Timer, the length of this speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, the title of this speech is Tips to Live Below Your Means. Tips to Live Below Your Means. Please help me welcome Ming Han Chua.
Good evening, Madam Toastmasters, fellow members and guests. A lot of people like to live in a luxurious life. They want to drive BMW, Audis, and Mercedes. They want to eat in a fine dining restaurant, pay $60 on an 8-ounce Kobe steaks. They want to live in a 5-star hotel. They want to travel around, do nail polishings, buy high-end items. Well, if you are able to afford all this and have savings for emergency, I would say go ahead and enjoy your life. However, if you're one of those people who cannot afford all these luxuries and yet work a way around to get this, guess what? You'll be in debt. As a result, you'll be miserable. Your life will be miserable. According to an article in 2015, the average U.S. household with debt carries about $16,000 in credit card. This shows that a lot of Americans do not live within their means. So today, I'm here to share 5 tips on how to live below your means. The first tip is to create a budget. It is extremely important to create a good budget. Creating a budget will allow you to think before you spend. You have to spend your money wisely. And typically, what people do is they prioritize their higher expenditure in the budget list. So for instance, the first one probably will be the mortgage, followed by car payments, utilities, and everything. By the time you do all these calculations all the way down, the last line probably is the saving. And you probably end up just saving $20 per month, or even worse, no saving. So according to my anecdotal experience, I would think that you want to put the saving in your first line. You want to target your saving. How much you want to spend, how much you want to save every month. Let's say 50% or 20%. Then whatever you left, you would think wisely and adjust your spending whatever you left. The second tip is to always challenge your recurring expense. Tracking down every dollar you spend will help you to understand your own spending behavior. And if you know how much you spend on each category, you can go back and learn and find a way to trim down on each category or revise your goal on each category. Another way of saying it is you just need to be a little bit creative to cut through the clutter. The next tip is to always question your needs and wants. This is what I do every day, pretty much every day in my life. When I want to buy something or see something I like, I will ask myself, do I really need this item or do I just want it? especially when you go shopping. When you pass by the retailer, they will say the original price of this item is probably $200. If you get it now, you get a discount. You get it $120, and you will say that's a good deal. I'll buy it. It's $120. That's a really good deal. But do you really need it? That's something you want to question yourself. And you have multiple items that you want to buy. You probably want to ask yourself, which one is truly important to you? And the best way to do it is just have a list, write down all your needs and your wants, and then you prioritize from there. The fourth tips I have for you is to insulate yourself. You want to create a protective layer around you so that you will not get influenced, you will not get easily influenced by other advertisements and commercial. And try not to bother when you have friends who are able to afford luxury things, when they're carrying a high-end handbag. Try to ignore that and tell yourself, don't care about it. Essentially, confronting to yourself can create a strength against all these influences. And the last tip for you today is isolate yourself. You want to isolate yourself from all these advertisements and commercial. I know it's hard to do it because we are exposed to advertisement and commercial pretty much every hour. Okay, when you drive, you will see billboards, advertisements. Even though you surf the internet, you go to YouTube, there will be ads. You turn on your radio, you will get ads. You click a magazine, you will get ads. So try to isolate from all these things. What you can do is turn off the television. Don't watch the television. When you read a magazine, skip the ads. Don't even bother to read the fine print of the ads. Just ignore everything. That will help you not to get influenced. So in conclusion, I have shared 5 tips on how to live below your means. They are: create a budget, challenge your recurring expense, question your needs and wants, insulate and isolate yourself. And now you probably think that if I want to live below my means, does it mean that I will never can afford those extras and dream big? No, it doesn't. It's just that you need to take the time to figure out how to afford those extra and dream big. Don't think of living below your means as a restriction of spending your money. You just think of it as a safe boundary. As your income increases, the safe boundary increases. Last but not least, living below your means is a way to build your wealth, reduce stress, create more options. More importantly, it helps you to live in a peaceful mind. Thank you.